So good evening, everybody. My name is Gladys Osaige. I'm an international marketing director for the Juice Plus company, and I'm going to be your delighted host. And so excited to have our first ever presidential marketing director plus at Optimal Lifestyle Network and Global Elite Network in our midst. I'm so excited to have my upline here, Vivian Rema, my very good friend on this call. And to everyone jumping in, good evening as well. So excited to have all my strong leaders, my partners, all our PB leg, all our clubs, to our 7 generations. We love you all that you're coming on this call. And then to our prospects and to those who are still skeptical that is on this call, we're super excited to have you join us so you can know our success story. So I'm going to start up this meeting to just tell you guys that Juice Plus Business Opportunity is a really good opportunity. But the person to say it better than me is Lena. So First Lady Lena, First Lady Lena, please, can you tell us who is Lena Ngandari first? Who are you before Juice Plus? Who are you before Juice Plus?
I am a mother to two beautiful baby boys. I am a wife to an incredible man who is a big part of my journey. And I was also a qualified primary school teacher. So outside of Juice Plus, I had quite a lot going on. If you want me to tell my story before I joined with my situation, perfect. So before Juice Plus, I was actually the year that I joined Juice Plus, I was in my final year at uni. I was training to finish my degree. I was doing my dissertation. I had not met my husband yet, so I was a single mom to my oldest boy, and he was 2 years old. And I was just really struggling. When I had my son, I made the decision to keep my son. His dad left me when I was 5 months pregnant, and he did not want anything to do with me or my child. So I made that decision. And I remember when I said, okay, I'm keeping my baby. I need to be productive. I have to be an example. I have to be something for him. I don't want to be that statistic of, the young single mom who was just there wasting her life. And, my family was on me. You can imagine I've come home pregnant and I'm single. So I said, let me be independent. And I said to myself, at that time, I was just kind of working, doing different jobs. And that's when I said, when I was pregnant, I said, okay, let me go back to university and finish my teaching. Teaching is a good career for a mother to have. You have the holidays and you think, the pay's really good. My mom is a teacher. So I said to myself, let me do that. But I found myself really struggling. I ended up in a lot of debt from just trying to manage the finances. You can imagine just one income. In between studying, my income was not that great. I ended up dealing with really bad depression because of that, because of having to deal with the finances and, taking out loans and this and that. And on top of that, I lived in the worst accommodation. I think my biggest thing was the accommodation I lived in with my son was a room, a bedsit. It was a room where the council had put me, the government had put me there, and they said, that's where you're going to stay because you're not a priority. You're already working, you're studying, you will manage being in this room. This room was horrific. There was damp. I was in a really bad area full of drug users and drug sellers. It was such a horrible time, for me to manage my son and, wanting to give him the best quality of life. And I felt like I was restricted. I was very restricted. The job that I was in, I was facing a lot of discrimination, being that I was actually, again, one of the only Africans in this job. So I had a lot of discrimination going on. And I just sunk into this horrible depression. My weight went crazy. My health went downhill. At the age of 25, I was being told that I am pre-diabetic. I was being told that I might end up on medication for my blood pressure. I was being told that my cholesterol was too high and I was struggling with sleep. So many, those small things started coming up with my health. And I remember crying to my mum. I was like, Mum, what have you done to me? These are the things you and my grandma have. What's happening? I'm only young. Why am I having to deal with this? So my doctor kept on me, you need to change your lifestyle. You need to change your lifestyle. So that's the point that I was at before Juice Plus. It was living paycheck to paycheck. It was seeing my pay slip and I'm left with nothing. It was, struggling to provide and put food in the house, going around the shops with my calculator, buying my Asda price. It was, stretching £20, £5 on the electric, £5 on the gas, and living in emergency, living in overdraft, and really just being supported by my parents. My mum was my cash flow. Every other day, Mum, please, can I get £10? Please, can I get £20? It was just ridiculous. And that's what life was like at that time, Gladys. So it wasn't easy. It was just feeling like a victim. When you just feel like, okay, this is life. Does it get any better? Is there something more out there for me? Is there something more for this child? He didn't ask to come into this situation. So that's where I found myself. Oh, I think you're muted.
Yes, thank you. Wow, that is so, I don't know what to say, but thank God. So now tell us, how did you find the Juice Plus company? How did you find its company?
Oh, yes. Oh, the best day that I found the Juice Plus company. A friend of mine at work. So I said to you guys, I was struggling with my health and my weight. This was common knowledge all over my workplace. I was always, in and out of hospital. I would sometimes collapse at work because of my sugar levels, my blood pressure. So everybody knew that I had health problems, and a friend of mine at work approached me about using the products. I had watched her lose so much weight. She went from like a size 18, she went down to like a size 10, 12. She looked good, she felt good, and she was telling me, Lena, you need to try these products. You need to try these products for your health. You're always complaining about losing weight. You're not healthy. And I said to her, no, I'm not interested in any products. I'm juicing. I'm trying, this diet plan, that diet plan. I was doing everything. I was drinking all types of teas from the internet. There were so many things going around at the time. And I said to her, no, I'm not interested. But as I watched her with her weight loss, what I saw is that she was happy. At this point, like I said, I was very, very low in my confidence, self-esteem. I was really depressed and I was on medication, like I told you at that time. And I thought to myself, I would love to feel like that. I would love to just be happy within myself. I would love to have that kind of confidence. So by the next time she told me, I said to her, okay, let me try these products. I was very, very skeptical, but the good thing she did is she had just joined the business. So she sent me her website link and she said to me, you know what, go and read up on the products. Now, what I did is I've got my auntie who is a doctor. I sent her the link as well. I said, Auntie, look, this girl's trying to tell me to do this thing. Can you look into it? My auntie was like, oh my God, this is amazing. She loved the capsules. She said, these capsules look incredible. Get on them, try them. Let's see. She said, you get them and I'll get them as well. And we see, and you should get your mum on them. My mum also had health problems. So once I saw that, and I also had my auntie telling me they're amazing, I saw that my son can take the products. My son also, his immune system was very, very low. He had something called sleep apnea, where he would stop breathing in his sleep, and he was due for operation. So everything around my life was centered about boosting immune system. We were all in need of this product. So I said to Nick, the girl who introduced me, I said, okay, I'm ready. Let me order these products. And I paid the fee for the products of £52 back then. It was £52 for the berry capsules and the shakes. Now, I didn't understand that it was a continuous payment. And as much as it's not expensive, the situation that I was in was really, really bad. For me to even buy those products, I'd had to sacrifice some of my food shopping money to get the products. So I remember calling her, I said, oh my God, no, you need to cancel the payment before the products come. And 5 years ago, it would take 10 days for the products to arrive. Juice Plus has come a long way, because now you can even get next day delivery, 3-day delivery, but it would take 10 days. So I said to her, cancel the order. And, you know, she said something really, really powerful, and I am forever indebted to her. She said to me, if you can't afford the products, why don't you join the business so that you can make some money where you can afford to do what you want to do? And again, what did I say? I said, no. I said, I've never heard of those things. Those things don't work. You know, I'm nearly finished with my degree. I'm going to be a qualified teacher. And she was like, Lena, you never have money. Lena, you're always struggling. You are always financially struggling. You're not in the best place. Why don't you try this? And, you know, I was very, very skeptical. But I just remember I got to a point, the night that I really made the decision to do this was January. And I thought to myself, okay, I forgot about the Juice Plus thing, but it was freezing cold, and I'd run out of gas. It was in the middle of the night, and the house was freezing. Our house was full of damp, the place me and my son lived. And I had to put a jacket on my child for him to go to sleep, to be warm. I also had to put on a jacket. I put on a hat, and we were wrapped in this bed, just freezing cold. And I just remember crying and praying to God, like, God, please, I can't keep living like this. Something has to change. Please, God, something has got to change. And, you know, I remembered speaking to Nicola, and it was only 2 months later that I contacted her, and I said, you know what? I think it's time that I do something different. I've been doing the same thing. I was a hardworking girl. I worked since the age of 16, but I said I had nothing to show for it. Absolutely nothing to show for it. So I said, maybe I have to do something different. Let me try this thing. Then she told me about the £50. I was like, God help me, £50. I didn't even have the 52 for the products. Now you're telling me £50. How am I going to sign up? But I was determined to change my life. I was just, you know, when you're at the bottom, rock bottom, the only way you can go is up. I said, you know what, let me find this money. I got the child benefit, the £20 we get on a Monday from the government. And I remember going to my mom's house with my buggy. I was like, Mom, I need £10. It's like, I just gave you £10 yesterday. I said, no, this £10 is going to be serious. I'm telling you, this £10 is going to change our life. You're going to save me with this £10. We argued in the end. She gave me the £10. And I remember hiding in Nicola's in my mum's bedroom, and I rang Nicola. I said, I've got the £50. I've got it cash here. She was like, no, you have to do it online. So, of course, I had to put the money into my account, whatever. Anyway, in the end, I signed up, and it was just the best decision I've ever made, other than my children and my husband. The best thing I've ever done was just realizing that there's more out there and thinking, you know what, we deserve more, me and my son. And I took the plunge, and that's how I came across Juice Plus.
Wow. So what day was that day?
That was the 27th of March, 2015.
So guys, so that means before that day, none of us here knew about Juice Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Before that day. So I didn't know about that company. I didn't know. And I believe many people didn't know that day. So thank you so much for taking that plunge to join the Juice Plus. And when you were joining, you thought you were joining for yourself.
Oh, yes.
You thought you were joining for yourself. But no, you weren't. You weren't joining for yourself. You were joining for the whole world. So now I'm going to just ask you, I have some line of questions to ask you. Please, can you just tell us how now you've talked about your health journey. We could see that this product actually works. So like, just for people that really wants to know more about the products. So like, what are your most benefits from the product? Because the products are the bedrock of the business. Without the product, there's no business. So what was your drive? What was your reason for you to buy the product for yourself first?
Yeah, no, I mean, for myself first, like I explained to you, it was all of the health problems. My weight and, you know, being uncomfortable in my body. You know, as a woman, you become overweight. Before I had my son, I was very, very small. I gained so much weight and I felt uncomfortable, but that wasn't an issue. What really woke me up was the health problems that I started to have at such a young age. Problems that, you know, I'd only seen my grandmother and the older generations in my family going through. So when I started on the products, I initially said, let me lose weight, because you think to yourself, if I lose weight, everything else will at least alleviate a bit. So The main benefits I've had from the product, when I initially started the product, I lost 4 stone in 4 months. So I went from a size 18, 20, and I went down to a size 10, 12. Within using the products, changing my nutrition. I'm not saying I just took the products and magic happened. No, the products helped to educate me on the types of food to eat. I drank more water. I've never been an active person. I'm not going to sit here and lie to 100 people and say to you that I was in the gym. I wasn't. I just changed how I was eating, and I would take my products. And that, before I knew it, the weight came off. During that time, my blood pressure stabilized. My sugar level stabilized. My sciatica, I had really bad sciatica from the epidural that I had with my son. I've not had that pain in 5 years up to now from my sciatica. And I started to sleep better. My skin cleared up, my energy levels. And as I said to you, I was on antidepressants at that time. So I started to find that my mood was better. And I remember going back to the doctor. I would go back to the doctor every 2 months for my prescription of all my medication. And she said to me, "You look different. Something's changed." And I said, "Yes, I've lost some weight." And she said, "No, there's something different in you. What have you been doing? You seem happier. You seem like you have a different energy about you." And I started to tell her about Juice Plus. Come to find out, she knew about Juice Plus. She was like, "I know Juice Plus." I said, "Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me about Juice Plus?" And she was like, "It's not like an NHS funded thing. You know, I'm a doctor. I'm not allowed to go and tell you to take ABCD. I can only medicate you." I was like, wow, that's when I really understood the power of these products. And I also started to understand what medication is all about in this country. I was like, this woman knew about this, but she felt restricted because she has to just give me the medication. So when I started to feel better in my mood, she asked me herself, "Do you want to cut down your dosage or come off the antidepressants?" I said, "Let me just stop them. I feel good. I feel amazing. Let me try and balance this myself." So I came off all medication after 2 months by my choice. And I never looked back. I never looked back. My mood stayed the same. I'm not saying that I was cured. There's always ups and downs, but I found myself being very much more energetic and feeling better within myself. And so that's the main benefits that I had from the products. My son has not had an attack of not breathing in his sleep since he started the products as well. He sleeps perfectly fine. When he was 2 years old, he had to sleep with a machine that would pump air in him, right? So that he would not stop breathing, a CPAP machine. And that was really, really traumatic. He used to sleep on a mat that was an alarm. If he stops breathing, the alarm would go off. It was ridiculous. I started putting the capsules into his milk to boost up his immune system. He was due to have an operation to remove his tonsils and his adenoids in your nose. By the time we went for the pre-operation appointment, they were all not enlarged anymore. And the consultant at St. George's was like, "What's going on? We're booking you in for the operation in 2 weeks, but it's like something has changed. His tonsils are fine. His adenoids are fine." He was like, "What is going on? What have you done?" I said, "I haven't done anything." At that point, I didn't really understand. I said, "I've just been trying to boost his immune system." So we got discharged. We were also at Brompton Hospital. It's like a sleep clinic. We would have to go there. They would monitor him through the night, see how his sleep is. We got discharged from there as well. And they said, "We'll just check up on you every couple of months." So that benefit alone, oh my God, I even feel like crying. You can just imagine it was hard. It was hard with the baby and his health. But those results alone, the passion for the products for me really, really grew. And I realized that I have to spread the message. I have to help other people out there. I have to tell anybody and everybody about this because I really suffered with my own health, but also my child's health. So I also now pushed my mom to get on the products. My mom was pre-diabetic as well, high blood pressure on medication. She has gout, all sorts of things, really overweight. My mum ended up losing 5 stone. I don't know what it is in kg, I just know stones. She lost 5 stone, blood pressure stabilized, sugar levels also stabilized. Her gout, she's not really had a flare up. And, you know, she just feels good. She feels good. She looks younger. Everything about her energy and the way she carries herself completely changed. So for me, the products are just incredible. The product saved my family's life. they completely saved my family's life. So as much as you might start to take the products, don't be selfish, because there could be somebody in your circle who was in my situation or has a family that had all the problems that we had, that really needs to start changing their lifestyle, but they don't know where to start from. And these products give you that stepping stone. The products really give you that stepping stone. Someone was just asking, what products were you giving my son? Okay, so with Logan, my son, I was doing the fruit, the veg, and the berry capsules. But he was only 2, so he couldn't swallow them. So I would open them up into like his milk or his yogurt. And then once he was able to like chew and stuff properly, and I felt comfortable, I got him the chewables.
Okay.
So yeah, the children's versions, they're like sweeties. So I think another big benefit for me is at the age of about 2.5, my son, about 3, 2.5, 3, we started to see something wasn't okay with him. And in the end, he was diagnosed with autism. And that was also very, very hard. Now, his behavior was hard. He was aggressive, he was non-verbal, he did not talk, and we didn't really know what to do. And I did some research into nutrition, cutting out wheat, gluten, dairy products, and I realized that these products were in line with that research that I was doing for the condition that they told me that he had. So I started to pump up him taking the products and changing also his diet and his nutrition. I started to give him at least a shake a day with the capsules as well. And, you know, I'm not saying that they magically cured him, but what I found is he started to eat better. One of the issues he had with his autism is he was very, very fussy with eating. He would only eat dry food. When I say dry food, bread, crackers, that kind of stuff. The more he was taking in the products, the more he was craving for different types of foods. I started to see that he would drink more water. He would eat the broccoli before you would just throw the plate at my head. And, you know, slowly by slowly, he started to sleep better. His behavior changed. He calmed down. And eventually, yes, he started to speak once we did a lot of work with him. By the age of about 4 or 5, he was speaking, and he's a completely different child now. He still has his struggles, but his health is intact. His behavior is intact. The sleep is a big issue with behavior. I definitely believe that if there's anyone on here who maybe has gone through what I've gone through, when they're not sleeping properly, their brain doesn't get that rest. So when they are up, it's just all over the place. So I could talk about the products all night. Honestly, they've been an absolute godsend. And I took the products through my second pregnancy. I had the best pregnancy, the best recovery after giving birth. I had a C-section on Monday evening. I was out by Tuesday morning. You know, just incredible recovery that I did not experience with my first son. We were all confused. So it was, yeah, the products have definitely changed our life.
Wow. So now, in one word, what will you say about the premium capsule?
Oh my God. Premium capsule, priceless. Priceless is what I will say. And I tell people you cannot put a price on your health. As I'm talking to you, I'm looking at them. Let me even grab them. They're always with me. There's capsules in every room of this house. If I forget to take them when I've gone downstairs, they're here in my dressing room. They're always with me. I love those capsules. And every day we wake up, everybody takes their capsules, their chewies. Even the baby wakes up, says, "Chewy, mommy." Yes, take your chewies. So for me, they are just priceless and an absolute godsend. I'm grateful to these products for my family's health forever.
Wow, thank you so much. So everyone on this call, if you've not tasted the premium capsule,
try them.
Whoever has invited you, just in case you don't have your website, ask them. Just have a taste. A trial will convince you. If you didn't try this product, you wouldn't know if it will be good for your son. If you didn't try it. So congratulations. Now this will make me to move to the business opportunity now. So I'm going to retreat it now. So what actually made you? I know you said you were broke at a time, you know, so you had a job, so you were not jobless. So what actually made you commit to the Juice Plus franchise? Commit.
I think, to be honest with you, when I joined, it was more of desperation, just to have a bit extra. And I remember saying to my upline who brought me in, I just want an extra £100. I had, like I said to you, I had a lot of debts. And I know in my job, the income is set. What I was getting in January is what I would get in February, what I would get in March. And I was already struggling with that income. So I just needed a little extra to work with. And it was about a month into the business where I thought to myself, oh my God, there might be potential here. And it was when I got my first pay and I got £700. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I'd never ever had
Wait, sorry, I'm going to pause you there. Your first pay was £700, and you registered for the business for £52 pounds.
£50, yeah.
So you got 700, meaning you got 700 extra.
Mm-hmm.
So you got massive return of investment in your first month.
Yes.
Wow. That was huge. So
how did you, was massive.
So how did you create the awareness, even though you were the first African to have started the business? How did you create the awareness? What was your struggle like? Because I know
it wasn't easy. It was not easy. When I signed up, I did not know that there was no other Black people, Africans doing this. And it was once I got into the groups, once I started to go into some events, and I realized that, oh, I don't see anybody and people seem to be a bit uncomfortable around me. And, you know, the struggle was real. And I remember, to be honest with you, I remember we went to one event with I'd met my husband then, we were just dating. And I said, please follow me to this thing. Thousands of people, John Holowati's event. And we were the only Black people in that whole, like, it was a massive auditorium. And he said to me, Lena, why are we here? What are we doing? This isn't for us. Look at the way people are looking at us. Like, we're lost. You know, do you know where you're going? And he said, Lena, let's leave this thing. And I thought for a moment, you know what? This is something that might not be for me. But then I sat down, I said to him, you know what? Why can't we be the ones to set the pace? Why, if we are the only ones right now, why can't we bring in more people like us, more people that look like us, more people that know the same experiences or the struggles or whatever it is? And I think that's where I started to see the bigger opportunity with this business about impacting other people's lives. I thought to myself, there's a Lena out there, right, in the same situation as me, and I've got the power right now to reach her and impact her life the way somebody impacted my life. And that's where I started to kind of just have this passion. And I remember logging on my office and seeing all the countries, you know, the globe at the top. I clicked on those countries and I was like, hold on a minute. I've got family in the USA. There's African people in Sweden. There's Africans in Italy. What's stopping me? Let me go crazy with this. And I think that's where the passion really, really grew. And I realized I can take this as far as possible. And I always say to people, don't be selfish with this opportunity. And I had to sit down and I became a lot less selfless. So I think that was the point that I became really serious with it. And after my first pay, that's when I was like, okay, this is something other people can also benefit from. This is something that can impact somebody else. And then it just grew from there. I just went on a mission to just spread the message. And when I say that I was busy, I was somebody that was working all day, going to university in the evenings, going to university on a Saturday as well. My son was always in nursery or at my mom's house. So in terms of spreading the message, I was not on the streets, right? It's not that I was knocking on people's doors. I just used social media to my advantage. My whole business up until I would say maybe a year ago was social media based. Facebook. I would get up every single day the same way that I used to get up before the business, and I would scroll, share videos, like, comment. The only difference is now I had a bit more of a purpose. When I would go on my social media, I wanted to inspire somebody. I wanted to encourage somebody. I wanted to share the benefits of these products and the business opportunity that I was in. And surprisingly, so many people are out there looking for help. So many people are out there waiting for something. The same way I was waiting for the skies to open and save me from my situation, there's people out there, you know, praying for something, whether it's with their health or with their finances. And they started to come to me.
Wow. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. So my next question is, so what are you going to say to our partner a partner, for someone who just started this business as partner to sales coordinator? What was your struggle when you were? I know there were no partner there. It was direct distributor, right?
Yes.
Was direct distributor there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what will you say to people who are just starting to become partner to sales coordinator? So what was your struggle? And how did you overcome your struggle as a partner to sales coordinator? And how long did it take you for you to move from partner to sales coordinator? Thank you.
No, sure. Just to answer Lizzie's question, how did I know that social media would be the best way to go? I was busy. That's all it was. I just told you my schedule. I was so busy, but the one thing I was on was my phone. And the person who introduced me into the business as well, she was just starting to build her social media. So we said, let's try and do this, the easier way, that it doesn't interrupt our motherhood or work or studies or whatever. So that's how I just thought, let me run with social media and see how it goes. So for anybody who is partner going up to senior partner, for me, I went partner to senior partner in 2 weeks. So it was quite a quick jump. It wasn't the beginning of that month. It was towards the end of the month. But the way that I actually did that was I just threw myself into this. I became a product of the product and I blogged my journey. There's people out there who have their workout journey and they share it. That's exactly what I did with my Juice Plus journey, with the products, with the business. I just opened myself up to people and I said, look, this is what I'm doing. This is where I've been struggling. And this is how this business is helping me. This is how this product is helping me. Let's get together and do it together. I think the main struggles that I really had at that time was how to talk to people about the products, right? And the one way that I overcame that was to do more research. When I first started this business and people were coming to me for information, I made so many mistakes in how I was talking to them because I didn't know what I was talking about, right? I did not know what I was talking about. So my biggest advice would be take some time each day and educate yourself on these products. For me, YouTube. You can go on YouTube right now and type in Juice Plus. Juice Plus has got a YouTube channel. There's people's testimonials there. There's doctors, medical professionals are all there talking about the products. You can find out how they're made. Anything that you need to know, I actually learned it all off of YouTube. Because I was so busy, I would just put my headphones in. I would listen. On the way to work, I would listen and I would take in something. So that was one of the main struggles that I had, was not knowing how to explain the products to people. But once I learned and I got the knowledge, it became easier. Another struggle that I had was time management. You can imagine, I've told you my schedule. I was really busy. And with this business, consistency, like anything in life, if we look at even when I was doing my degree, I had to show up every day to the classes, it's about being consistent. So the time management I struggled with. And what I found is that I could fit a lot into like an hour and a half in the day and do some of the background work. So for me, I decided after struggling for the first couple of weeks, talking to people, not having the time, trying to post, not having the time, stretching myself. I said, you know what? I'm going to give myself office hours. If I want this business to really show me what the potential is, I need to treat it like a business. The same way I had work hours from 9 a.m. till 3:30 p.m., I gave myself office hours with the business. And for me, they were in the evening. Once my son went to sleep, rather than watching films, or I used to be on the phone to my best friend a lot for hours gossiping, I stopped that, right? And I said, okay, these couple of hours, I'm going to do what it takes to build my business. So that every time I woke up, there was less pressure. I found it easier to do the night before. Some people, maybe you've got an hour, you can wake up an hour earlier. I said, let me go to bed a bit later. So those are some of the things that I struggled with, and that's how I overcame them. And just having a structure, have a structure for your day. I was very much into writing lists. So I would write down what is it that I need to do every single day that I've learned from training calls like this that will build my business. And I made my own little list, like a daily method of operation. And I would just tick off every day. I would do what I can. Not every day that I was going to do all of them. Some days were better than others. We're all human. Your routine is different. But I would never go to sleep without doing something that would build my business.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No
Thank you for
problem.
sharing. Wow. So my next question.
Hmm.
So what will you say to people who are about to actually join the business right now?
Mm. Ah, it sounds so silly, but just join. Just join. This is the best company, the best business, and in fact, the best team. The best team in the whole company. This business is life changing. And you might hear so many people saying this, but there's a reason. There is a reason so many people are saying that it's life changing. From the story that I'm telling you, of where I've come from to the woman that I am because of this company, it's just mesmerizing. Every day I reflect on my life and I'm like, how did I get here? I don't want to jump ahead with your questions, but from where I told you I come from, where I didn't even have the £50, to being at the top position in this company, to, you know, having the kind of financial stability that doesn't even make sense to people. It does not even make sense. But having that purpose, having that freedom, the kind of freedom that me and my husband have. I've been self-employed now for 4 years, and it's the best thing I did. You know, I said, let me try it for 1 year, and I've never looked back. You know, we are with our children every day. We don't miss a moment. I'm the kind of mom I always wanted to be. I don't have that guilt anymore. I can get up and go on holiday. We were going to go to Dubai on Thursday, and then something came up with family. We've cancelled it. We've pushed it forward to October. There's no one we have to speak to. You know, that kind of flexibility, I just feel like everybody deserves, even if it's 1% of how Juice Plus has changed my life. Every single person deserves to taste it. You know, we all have our own different struggles. I've shared with you guys some of my struggles. You know the situation that you're in. And, you know, if you just take that leap of faith, I don't even want to say it's a risk, because honestly, it's £50 or $52. It's not a big risk. But just take that leap of faith in yourself that you can also do this. You know, I didn't think it could get me here, but I just tried. I said, let me just try and see what happens. And, you know, you never know. You might be the same person. This time next year, you'll be on a call like this, telling, you know, your own story, screaming about how much you love the business and how much it's changed your life. But with the way the world is right now, you have to get really smart, and you have to have a plan B. And you have to understand there is no job security. I don't care what credentials you have, what degree you have, what title you are in your company. If they want to wake up tomorrow and let you go, they can do that. So I just advise everybody to have a plan B for the sake of your family, and that security is so, so important. And with this business, it's flexible. We're not shipping products. We're not running around. We're not looking for people's money. You know, it's such a simple thing that you can do from home or anywhere on your phone if you wanted to. And the world is changing now. Everything's going online. So if I was you, if I knew what I knew now, I would just jump in. I would just jump in and be teachable and just say, show me the way.
Wow. So I'm going to loud it again. You said you became self-employed 4 years for 4 years now.
Yes.
4 years, meaning 1 year after you joined the business, you became self-employed. So because of this reason, that should be the reason you should join the business. Anyone on the call. So just imagine 1 year after you join the business. Let's imagine 1 year or 2 years after you join the business, you become self-employed. I don't know, maybe people don't know what self-employed means, meaning you're your own boss. So you are your own boss now for 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow, massive. So how did you manage to grow the team? What was your recruitment strategy, please? I have team members who struggle in recruiting, yes. Like telling people, what made you so bold? I know you're wearing this confidence, but how did you grow? What did you do? Please don't hide anything.
No, I'll talk. I think for me, the recruitment strategy was my story. I really shared my
Sorry, Lena. Please, everyone, right. You may forget. Before the record is out, right. I have my notes.
So for me, it was my story. I feel like every single person has got a story that there's someone out there who can relate to you. So I really shared my story of why I joined the business. And I spoke to people. Do not be afraid to reach out to people. If my upline did not come and tell me, about this business, I would not be here speaking with you. A lot of people would not be successful in this company. She was bold enough to come and speak to me and just offer it. I didn't take it straight away. I took my time, but I joined eventually. So I would say be bold to reach out to people, care about people, and be genuine to tell them about the business. So for me, it was my story. It was sharing the opportunity with the business on my social media. It was talking about it everywhere that I went. Absolutely everywhere, whether it was the nail shop, whether it was the salon, anywhere that I went, I was talking about this amazing business, including church, which is where I met, some of you guys might know Ego. That's where I met Ego. For me to recruit her, it was actually at church. So it's about having that passion. If you don't believe in what you're doing and you're not that excited about what you're doing, nobody else will be. So really find the passion of why are you doing this? What excites you? And share that with somebody else, because they also have their own pain. They also have their own struggle where they might see an opportunity in this. So that was my main strategy. Now, we did not have live videos back then, but we would record videos. So everything I'm telling you in terms of my story, I would just record it on my phone and I would post it up. I would send it to people's inbox. I would send it on my WhatsApp, you know, just saying, hi, this is my journey. This is, I've joined this amazing company. This is why I joined. This is what it's done for me so far. And I want to help other men and women out there. So once live videos came in, of course, it was much, much easier to spread that message. But back then we didn't have it. For 2.5 years in this business, there was no live video. So maybe there's people on here who you've never done a live video, you're scared of live videos, and you're probably feeling like that's why your business is not growing. I want to tell you that yes, live videos are amazing, but they're not the beginning and end of with our business. There's other background work you need to be doing. You need to talk to people. It's called network marketing. You have to go and network, right? You have to go and network. How many people are you speaking to on a daily basis? How many people do you connect with? And maybe your strategy is different from somebody else. I've never been someone to just come and send essays and, you know, like cold messaging. Like, you know, this is the link for my website, join my business. I build relationships. So maybe you can sit down and say every single day, I'm going to reach out to 10 people. Hi, sis, how are you doing? You have beautiful children. I hope you're well. Right? Build up a conversation and then offer in the business at some point during that conversation. Maybe you've just been jumping in, bam, business, bam, product, and it can be off-putting for some people. Some people, they react to it, others they don't. So if you find that you've been struggling, maybe you need to just take a bit more time and build that relationship with your audience. Grow your network is another thing. If you're saying you're struggling now and you've not hit 5,000 friends, you're not struggling. You're not struggling. Grow your network. Adding should be like you should sleep thinking about adding. You wake up, add. Any spare minute, add. I was ruthless with adding. I still am. I spend my time deleting so I can keep adding. So grow your network, because sometimes the people you've got there, they've seen it. They've seen it, they're still thinking about it, they don't know, or maybe they're just not interested. So reach out to new people, spread yourself across different countries. And I'm sure you all know that there's people on here from all types of other countries. So spread yourself. Maybe your success is not in, I don't know, Italy. You're from Italy. And your success might grow in Luxembourg. Go and spread yourself out there. Pick a country every single week that you're going to go and build in, and focus on that country for the week. Build like crazy there and build up those relationships. But like I said, with the recruitment, it was very much my story. And up to this day, it is my story. There's not a week that goes by where I don't share my journey on the product, journey on the business, and show some kind of lifestyle. Show some kind of lifestyle. People join this business for very different reasons. Some people, yes, they join for the money. Definitely. There's people who will join because they're passionate about health. They love the products. There's people who will join for friendship. People who want to be part of a community, right? There's people who will join because of the time freedom. There's people who will join because of the idea of traveling. Are you showing all the different elements of this business? If you're just there every day, join my team, join my team, join my team, but you're not showing people the different aspects that can catch them. If you know your audience well, you post to connect with your audience. Let's say you are very passionate about mums. You want to help mums, but you don't show anything on your page that would help a mum connect with you. It's going to be very tricky. Do you know what I mean? You're not talking about the struggles maybe mums will have. Maybe you're working, you're a nurse, let's say, and you want to target those people who are working, but you're not talking about some of the struggles that they go through and showing how the business can actually help to solve some of those struggles. So think about your audience. What types of people do you want to work with? Who are the types of people on your Facebook right now? Are you really putting things out where they can feel that connection with you? So that's one of the other things that really helped me is I know my audience. I know the types of men and women that I want to work with. So I post where they will connect with that. You might go on my Facebook and not really connect with it, but you're not my audience. And maybe I'll come on your page and not really connect. I'm not your audience, and that's okay. As long as you are reaching those target people that you really want to help, that's fine. So have a think about that. And I think just really showing the success is another thing, which I think we do really well in this team, showing other people's success.
I was going to ask you that. So in all of this, because this is just because someone might be here. Okay, since you joined the business, what's your achievement financially? Like, we just want to be real, like with ourselves. From Lena, like, what's your biggest achievement financially? What have you done? How can you? There are so many people that want what you have right now. I don't know what you have, but
I think my biggest achievement, there's so many.
Tell us.
My biggest achievement is owning different properties, number one. The home that I'm in, I was able to buy because of Juice Plus. It's a beautiful house, gated off, big house. And I'm so grateful to have that. But I'm grateful to also have 2 other properties in the UK. We've got a holiday home as well in Florida. And recently, the last thing I needed to tick off my vision board was I bought my mum her house for her 50th birthday. That was in July. I just said, Mommy, here you go. No more stress. So I bought my parents their home for them. My dad's birthday is coming up this month. I bought him his dream car, Range Rover. There's so much that I could say in terms of like the financial aspect. I've traveled, I've cleared my debts, I've saved, I've invested. I've got a shop back home. I'm originally from Uganda. I've got a school in Uganda. I've got a shop. I've got properties back home. I've got land. That's why I always, usually, if it wasn't for COVID, I normally go to Uganda 4, 5, even 6 times in a year. I was there earlier for 3 days. I just picked up on Wednesday, had to go and check on some business, was back by Sunday. And, that's the kind of life that we are living at the moment. My husband as well, he's self-employed. He's got his own properties. My husband's into like property development. So he will buy houses on auction, develop them, sell them on. So there's a lot.
Wow. Lena, I'm going to ask you a very sensitive question.
Yes,
I know you are very happy to say it. How old are you?
Happy to share.
How old are you?
I'm 30 years old. I just turned 30 in May of this year. I just turned 30.
With your teacher degree job,
I had nothing from that. I had nothing from that teaching degree, nothing at all, other than debt. And I was so happy to clear that student loan. That was actually another one of my biggest achievements. Just cleared the student loan. I left uni with debts. That's all I did, and 5 years of being in this company, what I've achieved, what I've been able to do for my family is incredible. Incredible.
And with all of these things, you didn't need any degree to do it in Juice Plus.
Listen, all I needed was this right here. This is my degree. That is my degree.
I'm just going to check my notes. I think you've actually answered everything. I think you've actually answered everything, and I'm going to leave. Vivian, I know. Vivian, you're going to say I've answered everything, but I just wanted to ask your own. We have a year.
Oh, and last but not least, I've retired my dad from working. So,
oh my God.
Yes, that was earlier this year. I said, Daddy, sit down, please. You've worked hard, so I pay my dad to relax.
Sorry, is there anyone on this call that want to retire their dad? I want to retire my dad. I want to. And if Juice Plus has helped you to do that, I will do that for my dad. He doesn't have to work till 66.
No. My dad's just turning 50. I said enough is enough. Enough is enough. Yeah.
Juice Plus is a good man.
Well done. Oh my God.
Thank you, Sister Vivian.
Oh my God. You know, we love you so much, and I know you know that. We love you so much. We've listened to your testimony several times. It's mind-blowing, and you're such a humble person. We're glad to have you here. Some people will invite them, but they wouldn't turn up. But you know, you summoned courage to be with your team member. At least you'll be saying my team. Mm-hmm. That shows that you know that we are your team members. We are really, really happy tonight.
Guys, I think you're Lina's fourth generation. I'm Lina's fifth generation.
Somewhere down there. God knows. Yeah. I don't check generations. I don't even think I've ever asked anybody what generation, who's your upline. I don't do that stuff. I don't even care what generation you are. If I can,
don't worry, we know where you're coming from. We know you're our mom, so we know where our generation. We know where our grandmother is.
You actually counted.
I counted. Fifth generation.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well done. You know, we've met before in Spain, right? We met in Spain. She's a humble person. Is somebody you would like to, you know, hug and be with. You know, some people with this kind of achievement wouldn't want to show up, but you know, it just showed that humility is what it takes. And we've learned that tonight, that no matter where we find ourselves tomorrow, we must be humble. You know, we're so pleased to know you.
It's the only way you receive more. The thing is, if you want more blessings, you have to bless others. That's what I've always believed. And don't let these things get to your head. As much as I've told you all of these achievements and what the money has done for me, I'm still the same person. I'm still, you know, God-fearing. And as you asked me to introduce myself, I'm a mother, I'm a wife first, and I'm somebody's child. So Juice Plus can really, really bless you, but just always bless somebody else with it.
Well done.
I think there's a question. Someone said, please tell us about... thank you so much for the messages. I've just seen them.
Yeah.
Tell us about clubs.
I told them you were going to share about clubs. So what club are you?
I've lost count of clubs. So I think the last time I checked was over 600. Yeah. Wow. That's the last time I checked.
And how did you manage to build this club?
So with clubs, honestly, with clubs, I think you have to focus on it. You have to really focus on actually teaching your teams what is clubs. I do a Zoom call every single week on hitting PB, what it means when you hit PB, what it means when you're club this or club that. So I really focus on it. And anyone who does hit their PB or becomes a club, it's a promotion. It's a promotion in our team with the people I work closer with. So I think that's something that really helped. I only started focusing on clubs about 2.5 years ago when I was stuck. As much as I've told you this, guys, I was stuck at QNMD for 2 years. I was sitting there pushing and pulling. I wasn't moving. Recruiting, they leave. And I was really stuck. And it was one of our upline, somewhere up there, KT Wren, who said to me, why are you stressing about this promotion? Why are you stressing about this title of NMD? What kind of business do you have under you? What club are you? And at that time, I was Club 39, which is amazing in itself, amazing club to be at. And she said to me, build your clubs. If you build your clubs, the promotions will follow. So building a club is getting somebody to the position of senior partner and hitting their PB, right? And I make sure anyone that I bring in, that they have at least 3 clubs under them as well. So if you really focus on that position, if somebody can get to senior partner, you can get to PMD. You just repeat. Teach that. Teach it to your team. If you know how to get to senior partner, whatever you did, teach it to that person. They teach it to that person. Next thing you know, you're all going to be growing together. So I don't overcomplicate it. That's the one thing I say is I tell my team, let's focus on senior partner volume. You get your senior partner volume consistently, whether it's all by yourself, 2,500 orders, or you get 3 team members who do their partner plus, and then you do your partner plus volume. Whatever way, whatever strategy you're doing it, just make sure to get that volume in every single month and repeat it. Tell your team to repeat it, and you'll be shocked at how quickly it can grow. Because yes, 2 years ago, I was club 39. I'm now here talking to you over 600. So it grows. And across the team, because I'm telling you what I get paid on, across the team, we are club 1,500. So it has really jumped. You can imagine from 39 to 1,500. It's a very big jump. That's a lot of people getting paid a lot of money within this team. So definitely building the clubs benefits you, but you're going to have so much happy and motivated team members once they start to see the benefits of this, once they're getting paid, once they start to see the changes in their own life. It's going to be very, very different atmosphere.
Amazing.
So what you're saying now, Lena, is that we should concentrate on building club than even going for the promotion. If you cannot go for the promotion, go for the club.
Exactly. By the time the promotion comes, your income will be sky high. The way we get paid is through the clubs. You see this residual income that you keep hearing where you're consistently paid. It's not from the promotion. When you hit that position, QNMD, let's say, they give you that bonus and that's it, right? It's amazing. It's a good pay, but it's a one-off. Now, imagine getting to a point where your monthly income is the same as your bonuses. Wow. By the time I got my PMD bonus, my income was way above the bonus. That was just from clubs. Even this PMD plus bonus I'm going to get, my income is way above that 40,000 that they're going to give me. And that is from building up the clubs. So make sure and the one thing I will say is every single month, you should have a frontline senior partner. I'm not saying it will happen like that, but have it as your focus. That has always been my focus. If you're doing that, you're going to see your PB legs will grow, your income will grow, your business will also grow. So you push as hard as you can. If you have a month, it doesn't happen. Okay, next month you restart. Just really, really push for it and focus on it. And you will see a massive difference.
Well done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any other? Thank you.
How far can you get with clubs? Sis, I don't understand that one. Do you mean is there a limit? There's no limit.
Go 1 million.
Yeah, you can go 2,500 as much as you want. There's no limit with clubs. So there's no limit on the income. When we say uncapped income, it's real. Completely uncapped. So it's up to you. You set your goal. When you're writing your goals, if you've not written your club goal, I don't know what you're doing. You're not understanding this business properly. You should write your club goal for end of the year, whether you want to have a goal every 3 months, every 6 months, whatever it is. All of my vision boards had on there club whatever, club 100. I never even knew I could exceed 100, by the way. I always just thought club 100, and the next thing I know, it's gone over it. So really set those clubs as your goal and you'll see a difference. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well done. Okay, just one more question from me. Can you tell me, is there anything you did differently as NMD?
In terms of building my business?
That's right, yeah.
I think when I got to NMD, I focused more on building leaders.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really pushed my team to step up. So I realized when I got to NMD, I struggled to get to NMD, And I realized it's because I didn't grow into that person. So what I do now, from when you join this business, you might as well be an NMD. You are, you are a franchise partner. You are a leader in your own right. So I pushed my team more and more, hosting Zoom calls, doing power hours, not for me to be at the front of my business, if that makes sense. I don't need to be,
I understand.
I'm not very egotistical, like me, I'm the one. So I was really encouraging them to come out, share more of their tips to build up their confidence. That's one thing that I did. The other thing that I did as well was, I think I did incentives.
Okay.
I did incentives. So setting different things, maybe tickets. If you get this amount of customers, I'll give you this, and, different little packages. Everybody's team is different. Everybody likes different things. And I think I think I worked harder. By the time I got to NMD, there was less. It's like I restarted.
Okay.
So when I got to NMD, I came back, Partner Plus. I rebuilt my business all over again.
Yeah, we actually tried to do the incentive, or because of the current situation, we couldn't go to conventions. So
I know, it's so tricky. I had some incentives as well for like afternoon tea, and it was like, oh no, it's not gonna happen. So the incentives can be a bit tricky at the moment with the conventions and stuff. I understand, but that's just some of the things that I did differently. But I think this business is about building leaders. When you bring people in, you make them better than you. That's where you can say you're really successful. You're not successful because of your title or whatever income. You're successful when you've got other people who are even better than you, if that makes sense. If they overtake you, income, whatever it is, that's when you can be like, right, this really is success. So I think that's what really impacted my business in the last couple of years, is that I understood it's not about me. I built my other promotions through my team's promotions. So from NMD up to PMD Plus, it was based on my team's promotion, because if I help so-and-so get SSC, guess what? That's 10,000 anywhere towards my pay line. If you get your NMD, that's still, that's amazing. And it's also 40,000 towards my pay line. So I think I stopped looking at me and my promotions, and I was like, right, my team has to come up now.
That's right.
Has to come up. And I think that's how I did IMD, EMD, PMD, and PMD Plus in like 6 months. So it just went both.
Thanks for being open. Thank you so much.
No problem. You're so welcome.
We can't wait to see you one-on-one again.
Thank you, Sandra.
Oh my God. So one last word now one last word before we let you go. It's exactly 10 o'clock. We just want it to be for 1 hour.
That's fine. One last word. What can I say to you guys? I would just say is just build your business and secure your family. This thing that we are doing is not a joke. It's not a joke. It might seem like a joke. We post on Facebook, we're jumping around on live videos, but it's so much bigger than that. Just put everything in. When I say make a decision and set yourself a timeline. If you're going to do a 90-day game plan, just set yourself a timeline and make that decision that you're going to go for it. And push and understand it's not overnight success. I'm not here to tell you that, in the next how many months you're going to hit it. I'm 5 years into this business. There's going to be ups and downs. Make a decision to accept that. Yeah, when it's hard, learn. Don't think about quitting. Quitting should never be an option. Giving up should never be an option. Just say when, not if. When you get there, not if. And that is what has carried me the most. Those of you in the business, yes, there's going to be ups and downs. But you know what? Even out there, if you're not doing this business, there's still ups and downs. If you're not doing this business, time will still go by. You might as well build your business. If I said to you, invest 5 years of hard work, right? Put all your effort in, and you wake up and you're getting paid £60,000 minimum every single month. What would that mean for your family? What would that mean for your community? What would that mean for the people around you? What would that mean for you? Right? And money doesn't bring happiness, but the choices that you get are just oh, I can't explain it. The choices are absolutely beautiful. So I would just say to you, do whatever it takes and hustle. Hustle, hustle, hustle hard.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Someone just said, I want to go to Uganda and support my kids' judge. Oh, Fato, my sister. That's exactly what I did. My grandma passed last year, and she was the one who raised me. And oh my God, because of Juice Plus, this woman lived. She lived. I built her a house. I bought her land. She traveled back and forth here. She really, really got to enjoy her last years. And I'm so grateful. I thank God every day that I was able to give her that. Even in her passing, she was in the top hospital. She had the best send off. So, you know what? If that is your why and your motivation, work your business, because I'm still so grateful that I was able to give that to her and, you know, give her that nice send off for the final years of her life. But that's all I could really say. I'm sure you've heard it all. There's nothing different I could say to you guys. I wish I had something magical. This is hard work. There's no luck. There's nobody special. It's just hard work, consistent, every single day, hard work. You work when you're not feeling well. You work, sacrifices. Decide your sacrifices. And if I'm open with you right now as I'm talking to you, my mum was in hospital yesterday, right? She's in hospital. She's still there. When Gladys messaged me and said, sis, can you do this to him? I said, well, of course I can, right? It's those little sacrifices. It doesn't take anything away from me to come and sit and talk to you ladies who are also trying to come up. So it's the little sacrifices. I've been at conventions when it's my child's birthday. I've, you know, been in between the phone. I'm on holiday. Like, there is sacrifices you're going to have to make. Everybody's sacrifice is different. Maybe what I do, you cannot do. That's fine. But you have to make a sacrifice and build your business and keep your eye on the goal. And the last thing I'll say is, don't be selfish. Love people, love your team, build up your team. It's not about you, it's about your team. That's the most I could say, yeah. But
thank you so much
for having me. I'm so honored. I was so happy when I got that message.
What are we all should say thank you to our ever first African to be on the business, just the business.
Right.
Turn on your camera. Turn on your camera.
I would love to see some faces. Actually.
Turn your camera. Let's take pictures. Let's take pictures.
You are the first, darling.
Hello, beautiful.
Well done.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Let me unmute everyone. Let me unmute everybody so they can see.
If you told me 5 years ago I would get on a Zoom and see this, I wouldn't believe it.
Let's hear their shouts now. Everybody on your camera, let's take a picture with our ever first. Unmute yourself, everyone. Unmute yourself.
So happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lina. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We love you, Lina.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. We love you. We appreciate you so much.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you
so much. We are blessed.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so much, Boss Lady Lina. I am so honored and grateful for you to actually say yes to this opportunity. Do you guys want to know when I told Lina to come into this Zoom? Today.
Wow.
Today. And she said yes. For you to have a presidential marketing director plus to say yes within an hour, it takes humility. Wow. So everyone, when you get to presidential marketing director plus, be humble.
That's humility. Some people, you tell them, they tell you no. That's when you know a great leader. God bless you, Lina.
Oh, wow.
It's like you guys don't know how much she earned. She earned times 2 over people's annual salary in a month. And then she said yes.
She's such a blessing. Wow.
God bless you.
You're such a blessing. Thank you very much.
I don't know what you are saying. It's a blessing. I feel like anybody would do that.
Not everybody will.
You're such a blessing, Lina. And you're
more information, connect with me, and God bless. Bye.
One person comes off this Zoom and feels like, you know what, I can do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it. Then I feel like, yeah, my work is done. So thank you so much again to all.
Yeah, you will come back again to celebrate our
for you.
success.
Sorry, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know.
Question, please.
Okay.
What I'll say is don't send me friend requests because I might be at my limit, but feel free to click, you know, where it says follow.
Yeah.
Follow me instead because I think I'm seeing some.
For more information, connect with Gladys Osagie on how to join the team. God bless you all. We love you. Bye.